later on this session. And I've also been part of internal training programs which is being held by company for new joinees and the people who are who wants to migrate from their current CRM domain to Salesforce. So for those people, we have been part of those training programs to train them in terms of how Salesforce differs from their CRMs and what is Salesforce, and to start and begin and give them some enough confidence on start working with the Salesforce application. So this brief about myself. So let's get into training. So today's agenda for this demo is to talk about training program, nothing but the process and how long is training and what are the core modules we are going to teach, how the process flow entire this training program. These things we'll talk about in training program. And next thing will be, we'll talk about job roles, as I mentioned what admin will do and post this training program, and what are the job roles and opportunities you can find in current industry, and what will be your responsibilities. We'll talk about that, and then we'll talk about what are the core modules we are going to teach in this training and how each module is going to help you in your day-to-day activity post this training. And then we'll speak about the key features and queries. You're always welcome. So agenda is clear, right? Let's go program. So training program, it's about we'll have 34 hours session closely. We'll be spending on training 34 hours, and so it's especially for the admin people who are willing to continue their career in Salesforce from admin track, and who are new joinee freshers for the IT industry, and the people who wants to migrate from their current CRM technologies to Salesforce. So this training program especially addressed to the perspective. So it's clear, right? It's actually Salesforce has major mission centric. Everything is going fine, and they have taken right approach to develop the application, and what all the admin got to do, and as BA what you'll do, those things we are going to teach in this training program. We are not getting into development activities in terms of writing the code, all those things. So, and this would be, we would be spending around 34 hours we would be spending around 34 hours on this training program, and this entire 34 hours will be input from my side, and will be providing plenty of case studies and assignments and posts that will evaluate to how each assignment has been done by you guys, and we'll also practice real-time scenarios, and will give you the new application logins, like will help you to create your own logins, and then you can play around those applications, so that it will gives you enough confidence, and then when you hands on your own, then you'll feel like you can be able to do something, right? So we'll help you to create your own logins, and will give you some real-time scenarios, and which are very close to real world, and sometimes I may give the samples directly from my current requirements, so that you can start analyzing those and giving the solutions what exactly you are going to do if this is a case like that. So we'll do all those things, and then we also have the policy. This will confirm by the institute later, but we do have the policy of missing class policy. Like you can always have the recorded sessions if you want, based on your request, if you have missed any class, and then you can also have an option to retake the training with next batches for the topics whichever you are not clear or whichever you have missed in previous sessions. So this is the missing class policy we have got, and we will also publish the session topics a week prior to give you the clear picture on what exactly we are going to teach in that particular week and what you are going to learn in that week and how critical is that particular topics mentioned for the week, so that you can plan accordingly. Yeah. And training timings will be, as of now, I'm assuming that it will be the same time which we connected right now, and it will be 1 hour session every day. And post the session, we'll have some 15 minutes of, we'll answer the queries from you guys, and we'll answer those queries, and we'll talk about some assignments for next day, if anything related to that. And we'll also try and evaluate the previous day's assignments in the post the training of that particular day. So this is all about the training program. So it's simply around close to 30 days, about 34 hours, including the assignments, validation, and queries and all. So we'll give you the training material and for the key topics fulls. So this is about training program. So at the end of this session, you can you just jot it down right now, and you can ask at the end of the session. Post this training program, you can apply for admin functional consultant. So these are the 3 different terms, functional perspective. In general terms, which we call across the industries, but according to company, it may change the name, but the functionalities but the responsibility, administrativities. So usually, administrator is required for the people who have got their Salesforce application implemented on Salesforce platform. It's nothing but the customers of Salesforce who have implemented their application in Salesforce technology. So once the application is done and it's been deployed and gone live, so they need some person to manage that application in case in future some new user request may come, or existing users may leave the company, or they may need some minor tweaks in the application, some minor enhancements in the application. So to manage all those activities, they need a mostly will be deployed at the Salesforce customers places. And also there is another case based Salesforce admin can draft out their high level business requirements in terms of Salesforce terminology, to ask some vendor to bid and give them proposal and work and continuously coordinate with that vendor team and get reviewed and help them to configure the application and help the end users inside the company to adopt the application. So this is where admin is required, and as part of administrator day-to-day activities, you may have to do address the queries from the users. Say suppose users are say it's application newly launched in that company, so they may take some time to get hold of that application. So till then they may enter some vague data. They may not be able to use the application properly. So admin will be coordinating with the users and help them to put right data. And of course, application will take care of. So there are certain validations it will take care, but some things still as manually has to be done, right? So admin will take care of those requests and queries. And in case new people joins and has to configure the application as well, for those guys it will taken care by admin. And data related activities, you may have to migrate or update some data, and you may have to work on analytics, key reports and dashboards. Say suppose your sales manager sometimes suddenly come and, hey, I want some report where I can see my sales executives performance from this angle, from that angle, like that. So sometimes you may get requests from the reports and dashboard side. It's again from the configuration side. So these are the different activities which admin will perform. So, and again, how many opportunities as a Salesforce administrator you can find in current industry depends on the application size, business size, and the number of users using that particular application and complexity of that application, and the scope of that application. Say suppose a project can be divided into multiple phases. So administrator is required from the beginning before uh, producing the RFP to the vendors. So from the beginning, so phase 1 complexity and phase 2 may require multiple administrators, and you will be continuing taking care of those application requirements. So depends on the complexity and the number of users, and the request comes from the user, and the organization nature, how frequently users are leaving and adding new users. Those depends on various parameters. The administrators will get the opportunity in companies. So the general approach has been taken as based on by considering the number of users parameter. So if the application is being used by 30 users in a company, so they may need one full-time administrator to manage all the responsibilities what I just mentioned it takes. So if it is being used by around 75 users, they may need, and the request comes from the users. So this accordingly the administrators will keep on increase. Next come to the role business analyst. So it's quite different from the admin role. The companies like other technologies, like for other normal companies, not for the customers of Salesforce. So a business analyst will play the role from the pre-sales activity. Say suppose a company got to implement a Salesforce application, will get a RFP for that into a project. How we do this project? What is the solution for this requirement we got? And what all the different things they have asked, and what best we can suggest them. If the Salesforce fit for that particular requirement, yes. Or else we have to suggest them it's not for the Salesforce. You can go with some other technology, because the cost perspective, and if you see any angle, this is not for the Salesforce like that. So you'll have to be proactively work in these all particular areas of working on RFPs and submitting the proposals and giving the solution for the requirement what they asked for, and suggest them the functionality from Salesforce application, what can be used for the requirement. And there may be some 3-4 functionalities which you can use for the single requirement, but you have to suggest them the best functionality, high level. You don't need to tell them this is what exactly we're going to use, but if we can use this, this will be the situation. This will be the shape of the application. Okay. So you may have to do some high-level estimates in terms of costing and time duration of the project timeline project plan, and you'll have to suggest them we may envisioning this many number of resources to achieve this project in this particular time period, and then you have to work on deal reviews internally and with client for the proposal you worked on. So basically BA involves in that pre-sales activity before we get the deal, and post you get the deal from the client, you'll have to explain the requirements to the concerned team which you have planned while resourcing time, and put them across all the requirements and give them glance on the requirements and tell them this is what we proposed during your proposal time, these are the different functionalities we propose to use. So you can then you can tell them, that particular concerned team, to take a call on whether this can be perfectly fit, since you don't get much details on RFP time. So you may have proposed that particular functionality. So once you give that particular proposal once you get the deal, so you will suggest the team to take a call on whatever is the best functionality you can use from the system. So this is all about the BA. So actually this BA and functional consultant, the people who are already working in some other CRM from any one of you, not new to the IT industry, and you already into some CRM activities and you want to migrate to Salesforce CRM, and your grade is already some P3 senior consultant manager level, so you can go with these kind of roles instead of going as an admin at basic level. So these kind of roles will help you to still you can utilize your skills of previous skills in terms of planning the project, managing the team and all and you can with Salesforce functionality also you can utilize. So these are the two. And functional consultant, coming into functional consultant, post BA hand over the project to the concerned team, functional consultant comes into picture and he will take the requirements and he'll work on the work breakdown structure. Nothing but he'll break down that particular requirements into smaller user stories, use cases, so that a developer can easily estimate what can be done in what period of time and what all the approaches for the technical approach for those work breakdown structures, and finalize the scope with the client and get the sign off and plan the sprints. Usually we follow agile methodology for this Salesforce projects. Mostly we follow the waterfall method. So sprints you have to plan, and each sprint what we are going to cover, and sprint ending reviews you have to give to client or internal team. So you'll have to take care of release responsibilities. Manager will take care of these activities, but functional perspective you have to be sure that team has done all the deliverables what we are expected and what we have planned for each sprint. So these are the various activities of BA and functional consultant. So you may ask me like how the Salesforce comes into picture in this BA and functional consultant, because these are the generic roles across all the technologies, across all the projects, not only Salesforce CRM, but a few. So you already have a skills of managing the team and doing the sprint planning, WBS, and say what is Salesforce and what exactly we have got different functionalities in Salesforce, and then can be satisfied by each functionality. Those to suggest best solution, you need basic knowledge in Salesforce, then you can continue as these roles. So this is about the job roles we have got. Yeah. So coming to next thing, we'll discuss about the what are the core modules we are going to cover as part of this training program. So at each session what we are going to cover and what is the major things we will cover. So the session 1 we are going to cover the basics about cloud computing and Salesforce CRM and what exactly the cloud, why we call this as cloud, and what is the nature of that, what are the different products and services offered by this cloud computing, and how Salesforce CRM application is being operating on cloud platform, and why is Salesforce so popular and leading as a market leader, and what all the architecture Salesforce follows internally to interact with various components, what is the pattern Salesforce follows, and how the Salesforce session will give you the answers for your questions relation of any software without using, and where do we store the data in Salesforce, where do we write the logics, how do we see the inputs, user interface. So all these questions can be clarified from this first session. So we'll talk about all those things, how Salesforce architecture and how the data is being managed, and how the components are aligned, and how the server maintenance is being taken care, and those things we'll talk about in this first session. So in next session we'll talk about how Salesforce differs from other CRMs. We have got so many CRMs, Microsoft Dynamics, Sugar CRM, Siebel CRM. So like that we have so many other CRM technologies, and how Salesforce differs from those CRM technologies, and how well it can satisfy the CRM functionalities. CRM has major functionalities like sales, service, marketing, and how do you satisfy customer, and what are the high level business point of view, how Salesforce can satisfy the CRM responsibilities, various CRM activities, that we'll talk about in this session. So with this first session you will be clear on what exactly is cloud computing and the Salesforce, and how the Salesforce application works, and how these data servers, everything is being managed here, and how it satisfies the CRM activities. So first session will cover entirely about the basics of cloud computing and Salesforce CRM. And coming to session 2, here we'll discuss about what are the different features offered by Salesforce across all the companies. So here something we have concept called editions. So it's like you have got some small scale business and you want to implement Salesforce application for some medium scale business, large scale business. So you can go with that same respective level of applications instead of buying the high level application which can support for anything and everything. So if yours is a very small scale business, you just want to operate only your sales activities with the Salesforce CRM application, then you can go with the very basic application which can satisfy all these activities what you are looking for. And so it depends on the your expectations and your business requirement. You can choose the Salesforce edition. So each Salesforce edition will offer different features, and it will vary in terms of costing and features. So it's like if you today your business is very small, so you are going with very basic level application. So tomorrow it may grow, and you may get more users want to use your application, and more functionality you want to implement. You have grown into different verticals, so you can go with the next level of edition without doing major modifications with extra cost. They will auto migrate your application to next level of edition. So we'll talk about what each edition offers and how do you decide which edition will requires for your business requirements. We'll practice on few requirements and get answers from you only, like if you want to implement this kind of business requirements, how do you go with which application you go with which edition you go with. So we'll do all those things in session 2. Along with that, we'll also discuss about App Exchange, nothing but the marketplace for Salesforce. So Salesforce got a very nice feature of App Exchange products. It's like there is a App Exchange marketplace which been operated by Salesforce, and many of the other companies are contributing to that to provide some features, predefined packages. So you can go there and search, and you can install to your application, and then you can make that particular functionality work without writing code and effort from your side. But few of these applications and packages are free of the cost, and few are depends on functionality complexity, they'll charge. So this is the App Exchange marketplace. So as a admin, as a BA or functional consultant, whatever you get some requirement, first you'll have to think that is there any predefined application available in App Exchange marketplace before start putting your effort from your side. Think we have to think always in this perspective, if it is available in App Exchange, and try and explore that application and evaluate how well it satisfies your current requirement, and what are the pros and cons of that particular application. So we'll talk about in this section what is this App Exchange and how to install that applications and how do you evaluate that applications. So we'll talk about that. And then Salesforce has very frequent releases for every quarter, for every 4 months, that is winter, spring, summer release. So with this release, Salesforce gives us very new features, and sometimes very major features it will give you. And you know, the existing customers no need to pay any other extra additional cost to get these features activated for their applications. So it will be free of cost. Salesforce will give you, and you can take a call on that whether you want that features to be activated to your edition or you don't want. So each feature will give you check marks, like if you want to activate and what are the impact of those feature on current application if you activate. So you can go through all the documents being shared by Salesforce, and you can take a call internally whether you want to activate this particular feature and release to your instance or not. So this is also one major activity of Salesforce administrator in company. So once the application is being deployed and you are managing that application as a Salesforce admin, so you'll have to go through every release, winter, spring, summer, and you'll have to discuss with your business heads. See, this is the release happened recently, and these are the features got released by Salesforce. So this how it will help to our business current requirements, and you can add on your things. You can speed up the things with this feature installation like that. So you'll have to explain them, and if they are interested, you'll have to install and give them demos with this feature. So we want these particular things like that. So this is a major activity of Salesforce admin, along with that user request, data analytics, and all. So next topics we are going to speak about is various SFDC environments. It is not a tough topic. It's like other technologies you have, right? Different various environments you may have in other technology also, like test instance, live instance, like that. Here also we have different kind of instances, environments, development org, where developers will code, and sandbox is nothing but test instance. Once the coding is done in development and basic testing is done, we'll move to sandbox to do full page of testing, which will allow you to migrate large volumes of data and do rigorous testing here. And then once the testing SIT UAT is done in sandbox, then move that to production, which is live instance, where your users will start using the application. So these are the different environments we'll speak about. So as an admin, BA, functional consultant, you need some awareness on this particular topic as well, since you have to suggest the client which edition you have to take, and with which edition how many environments you will get. You'll get 2 sandboxes, 1 live instance, 2 developer instances, 1 sandbox, like that. So you'll have to suggest. So to suggest that, you'll have to know what are the features of this particular environments, and costing, licensing cost, and when you have to suggest which environment. So with these 2 sessions, we'll complete with the basics of Salesforce and terminology which we generally use in Salesforce during the Salesforce implementation. Okay. Yeah. So during the subsequent sessions, post the 2 sessions, we'll speak about all 4 modules of Salesforce. Nothing but how do you build the application, and how do you create various components, objects, fields, like in other technologies you call tables, rows, right? So in Salesforce we call a table as an object, nothing but it holds the information of your customers or whatever it is. So we'll practice on building the application and data models, linking different objects to each other, creating relationships, and interacting one table with the other, an object with the other. So we'll discuss on that, and we'll also teach you on writing the business rules. Say example, you don't want some vague text to be entered into the phone number field. So how do you write the validation for that, and to make user to put right data in the application, and how do you auto trigger some emails based on certain data stored in system, and how do you auto calculate some function, some calculations, formulas, all those things, approval process. So we'll discuss all these business rules, and then we also discuss on data security settings and application settings. So who can access what in the application, and who can access what metadata, nothing but objects, fields, and all, and who can access what data, and who can see what data in reports and dashboards. So these sessions are basic, gives you the navigation to application and creation of components, all these things. So as an admin, you need to know, as I told you, like again, in case of minor enhancements for the application, you may have to start doing all these things as an admin. So we'll speak about all these things. And from data management perspective, we'll teach you various tools available to migrate, update, to do some data operations in Salesforce application. Currently, Salesforce offers a tool called Data Loader, and we have a tool called Jitterbit, which is being offered by third-party vendors. And we have another built-in tool called Import Wizard, which will support to import and update and upsert the data into Salesforce application. And we'll see these various data operations, and we'll perform practically, and we'll see how it impact on existing data, and how to insert, how to delete the data in bunch, bulk data. And these operations on data will practice, and will give you assignments also, like assignments in the sense I'm always talking here in terms of, I'll always give you assignments in terms of pure business requirement. You'll have to start analyzing yourself. I'll not mention any Salesforce terminology in my assignments, like you have upload this data using data loader, not like that. I'll give you in terms of business, how business will ask you. So you'll have to analyze it, and you'll have to take a call on what you have to use to achieve approach that for your approach to get that job done. Okay. So we'll talk about data management tools, and we'll perform various data operations, and we'll see how it works. And we also speak about various SFDC products offered by Salesforce. Nothing but Marketing Cloud, Sales Cloud, Service Cloud. Post we discuss on all the modules existed in Salesforce, then we can start discussing on these three topics: what component comes under which part of the cloud, and how it satisfy ways. See, certain companies may require only Marketing Cloud to be enabled for implemented for their application, to start speaking with social media, listening to social media about their products and services, take the feedback from clients, so get the ideas on from various customers on their products. It's not, Marketing Cloud will not ask clients, customers directly to fill some forms like that, but whatever they discuss on social networks, Facebook, Twitter, we have LinkedIn, so wherever they discuss about your product, Salesforce will directly catch that data and put that data, push that data into your Salesforce application. So indirectly you can access all the conversations of the customers on your Salesforce products. So this is how Marketing Cloud is going to help the clients, so that they can take some actions on their feedback what they have given in some forums, sales, social media. So the companies start working on that feedback and give them give the customers the best product what they have envisioned in all those social media things. And then Sales Cloud will deal with all the sales activities. Sorry, I forgot. Marketing Cloud will also take care of the campaign management. So to run the campaign, and how much you are investing on that campaign, what is your ROI in that return on investment on that campaign, and what are the different events you are performing as part of that campaign. And Sales Cloud will help you to get the leads and convert the leads and sell your product. So different components offered by Salesforce with Sales Cloud package. So Service Cloud will help you to post sales is done. So how you're going to support your customers. So support should be in a way like you'll have to react with the customer in short time, and with various sources you should accept the request from customer and respond to them in easy way, and take the feedback and interact with them. So Service Cloud will help you in all those ways to interact with the customers over the chat, over the emails, over the calls from Salesforce application. So these are the various sources we have got from Salesforce with this Service Cloud package. So these are the different packages you'll have to. So when requirements comes to you, you'll have to analyze the requirement and suggest the customer. You have to go with Marketing and Sales Cloud package, since you don't want anything related to Service Cloud, and you are not giving any support to your customer because of your product nature. So it's enough to just take a Marketing and Sales Cloud packages. and service. So you'll have to suggest the customer based on these features available with each of these cloud packages. So we'll talk about all those things in this session. And these are the core modules we are going to cover. And along with this, we'll also discuss, we'll also teach you on reporting and dashboards. So how do you build a report in Salesforce CRM application? So different kind of reports, simple tabular, two matrix, complex matrix, and joined reports, which will join the data from multiple objects and show you on one screen. And dashboards on one screen, how you show all your business related information in terms of graphical representation, which can be readable easily. So these reporting and dashboard will teach you and will give you plenty of assignments on these reports and dashboard, because it's a key activity for admin, business analyst, functional consultant. Everyone has to get into this analytics something or other, some or other time. So we'll take it as a key topic, and we'll discuss a lot on the reports and dashboards. We'll practice each and every report with various business scenarios. Again, I'll give you pure business requirements, and you'll have to decide on which report helps you to get that kind of data to reflect on your Salesforce application. So we'll discuss on those topics. And yeah, this is all about various Salesforce modules we have got. As part of this training, we'll give you the samples of requirements which are very close to real-time applications. So, and we'll also provide you the training materials, some videos which will help you to go and improve yourself on the topics which are taught in previous classes, and will teach you beyond the what is documented in Google forums everywhere with live business scenarios, so which will help you to survive very well once you get into the industry. And we'll practice a lot of assignments, we'll evaluate each and every assignment at every end of the week or end of every 2-3 sessions to cover all those, whichever the topics covered in those sessions. We'll start giving the assignments and evaluating those assignments, and you'll have to practice show those assignments in your applications which we have created for you. And we'll also give you some requirements, and you'll have to identify at the end of this session we'll give you the requirements for each one of you guys, and you'll have to identify which functionality of Salesforce can be suitable for that, to satisfy that requirement. This is called gap fit analysis exercise we'll do. And we'll conduct some quiz kind of thing at every week for the topics which we covered, so that it will help you to compete each other and learn many things. And if you can't be if you don't answer in that particular session, you can go back and always search for those answers and learn more about Salesforce. So we'll give you plenty of questions in hundreds for each topic, so that you can learn many things on this things. Yeah. So I'm done with the session.